It's been a bit now since 1.2 hit the experimental branch of Satisfactory, and thank you. For some reason, 1.2 EXP has seen way more participation than 1.1 did, and even most updates before 1.0. We're not sure why this is, but again, truly, all of your playing and all of your vocal open feedback really helps us aiming our build guns and fixing things in the game. So, indeed, truly, thank you. And speaking of fixing, there is one final major patch for EXP coming very soon. But that does not mean that the game you're seeing on EXP after the patch is launched is what is going to be shipped one-to-one as the game goes live. No, we're still going to polish the game from what it looks like post this final EXP patch internally and ship something even more polished and even more complete when the game finally does hit release day. As for when that is, you can wait just a little smidge longer. There is, however, one feature for a certain crowd coming with 1.2 who has not been able to access the EXP branch yet. That's right, I'm looking at you, console crew. We are very happy to announce that once 1.2 hits live, on PC and console simultaneously, aside from the slew of updates the game is getting in general, the console crew can look forward to support for keyboard and mouse coming with 1.2. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, no new stuff? Or like new stuff? What the hell? I hate you, Dad! No. Take it easy. Okay, there's a lot we haven't talked about still, and we didn't even cover half the features in our patch notes video, which, by the way, you can blame Jason for. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Jason, I'm just gonna phase out and let him deal with all of you. See ya!
You called my name, dear? Oh, what the? Gosh dang it, did he phase out again? Typical. Well, hey, I overheard Mikhail talking about 1.2 features, and I hate to say it, but he's right. I did cherry pick what features to showcase in the patch notes video. I'm not sorry, and I'm not going to apologize. But what I will do is show you the rest of them. So let's go! Oh god, that hurts!
Like I was saying, there's a lot we haven't covered. Let's start with some things that we missed with weather. As you saw in the patch notes video, there's new weather events that can occur in your playthrough, like rain, thunderstorms, and wind. What we didn't discuss were the 6 presets tied to those events. There's default for a good middle ground weather experience, dry and clear for more mild events like overcast weather, and lastly, there's raining kittens and puppies, extreme, and the Great Massage 2ABB. It's pretty cool, right? These presets aren't tied directly to specific weather conditions, but rather the likelihood of these conditions happening. Think of it like a meteorologist predicting the weather. Like we mentioned in the patch notes video, the post-processing effects can be turned off in the world settings. You can also turn thunder off and on too if you're missing your thunder buddy. Don't worry though, I'll always be your thunder buddy. We also have a slider for fog density now, if you ever feel like you want to industrialize Silent Hill. You can find that under the advanced video options. Next up, we have some controller updates. With the help of our friends at Fish Labs, we've incorporated some of your most common controller feedback. This includes dynamically swapping between gamepad and keyboard and mouse. So whenever you press a button or a key on your controller or keyboard, the UI and input will change accordingly. This can also be switched off in case you've handed a sibling and/or goblin your controller and told them that they're player 2. We've also added rebindable key bindings for controller. Now you can play in whatever configuration is most comfortable for you. Moving on to vehicles. We told you all about the new vehicle pathing system, which we are so glad that you've been enjoying, but we failed to mention that we also added some improvements to the vehicle suspension. It might be a bit difficult to notice here, but driving around the map feels a lot more punchy and responsive. It's a bit hard to describe, so you'll just have to see for yourself. Side note, this is going to be perfect when I finally convince Emmett to add monster trucks to the game. Another thing we introduced was the creative mode menu, which is just a rebranding of the advanced game settings menu. Check it out though, look at that button. Isn't it like buttoning? So good. This was driven by the introduction of the various game mode modifiers that we discussed in the patch notes video. We talked about selfies in photo mode, but we didn't mention that there's also some new filters to slap onto your pictures. There's a new effect filter called Blueprint, so now you can design a blueprint photo of your blueprint in the Blueprint Designer. There's also a new color filter to check out, so you better hold on tight, Spider Monkey. There's also some new variants for some poses under specific circumstances, but I'll let you figure that one out for yourself. Daisy chaining kind of stole the show in the patch notes video, which, by the way, can be unlocked as part of the Cateria MAM research tree. That being said, we also have some new buildables you can unlock as well. Pipeline T-junctions are in the game now, which should have your coal plants looking extra sharp. There's also a new crossbeam in the beam expansion pack, which is available for purchase in the Awesome Shop. Another highly requested feature that we didn't mention is the real pause menu. Enabled by default, this will actually pause the game logic when you hit escape. Now, when you inevitably need to eat, you don't have to worry about a broken fuse or any other disruption.
Speaking of disruptions, are you even watching still? I put a lot of work into these visuals, and you're just, what, listening while you do dishes? Pay attention, man.
The game now has parity with the console version, meaning that all of the nice quality of life features like auto pickup are available in all versions of the game. We've also done a full pass of the options menu in all of the settings, creating consistency with terminology and values. How do I show that? Future me, insert a clip of a dev reading and writing or something like that. Put glasses on them too, so they look smart. Yeah, that works. Arguably, the most important update we could make to the game is in 1.2. Sampling a left-handed signal will now correctly give a left-handed signal instead of a default right-handed one. That's right, we did it. Also, I still don't know how these work. And last, but certainly not least, the Flying Manta has gotten a well-deserved makeover. Here's what she looked like before, and here's after. Beautiful.
Oh, that still hurts. Anyway, that's it for 1.2.
Stay away from my way.
Sorry, man. But anyway, like I was saying, that's it for 1.2. Like, that's everything. We promise.
Yep. So just keep an eye out for the official release date soon. And until then, good morning, good day, good night. Have fun, take care, see you around.
So, like, the phasing hurts. It's supposed to hurt, right?
First time.